Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Professor David J. Delos Okay, the date for today is January 22, 2024. The time is around 2:31 p.m. Okay, this will be a long video format topic. It's a continuation of my long video format subject matter trigonometry, and we are now on lesson number 50. We are almost done. Okay, so for those of you who will be taking up engineering or would like to familiarize yourself with the study of trigonometry regarding the so-called solution of oblique triangles, this is for you guys. Okay, let's proceed. The subject matter for this morning will be trigonometry, and this will now be lesson number 50. It's lesson number 50. We are almost done. And the title of the topic for this morning will be the law of tangent. Life must go on no matter what. Okay. Let's try to bring out the figure for the so-called the law of tangent. If under the study of oblique triangles, we got the so-called sine law solution, we got the so-called cosine law solution. There is also the so-called tangent law solution, and for the tangent law solution, of course, there are formulas, so we must have to bring out the tangent law formulas, and we will try to bring out the so-called derivation. Okay, let's proceed. The figure for the so-called sine law, cosine law, and tangent law is still the same. The designations are still the same. So, with regards to the formulas, the designations are all the same, right? So, I will try to bring out the figure. This is angle beta. The corresponding side of it will be side B. This is angle alpha. The corresponding opposite angle of it will be side A. And the third interior angle is actually omega. And O gamma. Okay, and the corresponding side of it will be side C. So we are seeing formulas that involves A, B, and C, and the angle should be alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, let's try to bring out the formulas before I will try to give you the so-called derivation. Because for the three formulas, the derivation is actually all the same, so I will just be presenting one derivation. And for the two other formulas, we will just change the, the angle in sides, and we could derive the two other formulas. Okay, let's try to bring out the formulas under tangent law. I will try to read it, guys. Side A plus side B over the ratio side A minus side B. And this should be equal to tangent. Okay? Preceding this alpha plus beta, there is 1/2, meaning we will be taking the tangent of the 1/2 of the sum of alpha plus beta. That's the meaning of this. The total angle here is actually 1/2 of alpha plus beta. And this is all over tangent of 1/2 of alpha minus beta. Again, the total angle on the denominator is 1/2 of the quantity alpha minus beta. Okay? The second formula will be, if we try now to consider B and C, because the first one, we just consider A and B, and their corresponding angles alpha and beta. So the next formula will be, we will be considering B and C, and the corresponding angle should be beta and gamma. So the ratio B plus C, or the sum rather, B plus C all over the difference B minus C. These are the sides. And they should be equal to tangent. Again, there is 1/2 of the sum of beta plus gamma. This B here corresponds to this beta here, and this side C here corresponds to this gamma. Okay? All over tangent of 1/2 the difference between beta and gamma. The total angle on the numerator here is, this is the total angle, that is 1/2 of beta plus gamma. And the total angle on the denominator will be 1/2 of the quantity beta minus gamma. Okay, they look all similar, we just interchange the sides and angles, okay? And for the third one, we are now through with A and B, B and C, so the third combination should be C and A. So if we now try to consider C and A, the angle that must be considered will be alpha and gamma. Okay, so the sum C plus A, the sides, all over the difference of C minus A. And this should be equal to tangent. Again, there is a 1/2 here. Okay. This gamma here corresponds to side C, and this alpha here corresponds to side A. So if this is C, this should be gamma. If this is A, this should be alpha. And the total angle on the numerator, that 1/2 should be considered. The total angle should be 1/2 of the sum of gamma plus alpha. That's the total angle. And for the denominator, the total angle will be 1/2 the difference of gamma minus alpha. So under the so-called tangent law, okay, we must have to memorize these three formulas here. If there are three formulas under sine law, there are three formulas under cosine law, under tangent law, there are also three formulas, and these are the formulas. Okay, let's try to bring out the derivations. Many of you are not fond of what they call this learning the concept of the derivation, because learning the concept of derivation, okay, simplifies our what they call this and how we will grasp the concept of any trigonometric equation. Okay, let's try to bring out the derivation. We'll try to derive first the first one, because as soon as we derive the first one, we'll just change the designations of the sides and angles, and we could bring out this one, and so with the third one. So we will start with the ratio A plus B over A minus B. Okay, we'll try to bring out the derivation. From sine law, okay, the ratio side A over sine of alpha should be equal to side B over sine of beta. This is actually, there is a third one here, side C over sine of, this should be gamma. Okay, but for the meantime, since we are just only considering side A and B in alpha and beta, we must have to forget this one first. So we'll just work on this one. Let's try to compute for beta. Side B. Side B should be the product A sine beta over sine of alpha, right? So B here will be A sine of beta sine of alpha, because if we try to crisscross this, the product of B sine of alpha should be equal to A sine of beta. So if we try to compute for side B, it should be A sine of beta over sine of alpha. We needed this equation here, okay, to give us the sum of A plus B. So if I will now try to write A plus B, side A plus B, okay, I am representing the left hand side to be side A plus side B, and this should be equal to side A. I will not touch side A as it is. Then I will replace side B by using this equation here, the one we derived from sine law. So side B here should be A sine of beta over sine of alpha. Okay. The right hand side, we are adding two terms. Okay. And to add the two terms, there is a problem, because the second part is a fractional term. So it will be, if we try to combine this one now, the first part will be the product of A times this. So A sine of alpha plus A sine of beta all over. The common denominator now will be sine of alpha. Okay, if we try to simplify the right hand side, this is a common term A. We could bring it out. This is A times the quantity sine alpha plus sine beta over sine of alpha. We call this equation number 1. Oh, that is the sum of side A plus side B in terms of side A and the angles alpha and beta. Okay, let's try to represent the left hand side as the difference of A minus B. Okay, again, I will not touch side A. Then I will replace side B by this value here. So it will be A sine of beta over sine of alpha. Again, if we try to simplify, this is a fraction, this is just a whole number. So the resulting term will just be simply A sine of alpha minus A sine of beta over sine of alpha. Then we'll try to factor out A, we bring out A. So what remains inside will be sine of alpha minus sine of beta over sine of alpha. I'm following this. We call that equation number 2. Okay. We are now given A plus B, and we are now given A minus B in terms of A and the angles alpha and beta. So we divide equation number 1 by equation number 2. So A plus B, the left hand side will be A minus B. Okay, the denominator, because we are dividing equation number 1 by number 2. So we divide this. So A plus B divided by A minus B. Right? We divide the left hand side, right? A plus B divided by A minus B, this should be equal to. The right hand side, we will rewrite this total value here. It's a complicated one, so just take it easy. We put the this horizontal line here. The total value of the numerator regarding equation number 1 will be A times the quantity sine of alpha over plus sine of beta over sine of alpha plus quantity equal to all over. The denominator will be this value here. Again, it is A. I am following this. Times the quantity sine of alpha minus sine of beta over sine of alpha. Okay? So we just divide equation number 1 by number 2. Again, we try to make some cancellations. If we try to make some cancellations, just be sure that the operation on both the numerator and denominator are all multiplication. If it is multiplication, we are free to cancel. So actually this E here, cancel with this. The operation is multiplication, so we are free to cancel. This is a numerator. The numerator, it got a numerator, and the denominator, it got also a denominator. Sorry for that one. The numerator, it got a denominator sine of alpha, and again the denominator, it got a denominator sine of alpha. So actually this sine of alpha cancel with it. So what will remain will be the left hand side will just be simply A plus B over A minus B. Am I still on camera? Right? What remains for the numerator will be A is gone, sine of alpha is gone, so what remains will be sine of alpha plus sine of beta over sine of alpha minus sine of beta. This is plus, this is minus. This is still a complicated thing, right? So by using our knowledge of the so-called, this was a previous lessons, okay? Using the so-called product formula. The equivalent of sine of alpha plus sine of beta is actually this one here. This total value here. Okay? And the difference of sine of alpha minus sine of beta is actually the total denominator, that is twice cosine of 1/2 of alpha plus beta times. The operation is multiplication of the quantity 1/2 of the quantity alpha minus beta. That's why it is a product formula. Meaning to say, this sum and difference will express it as a product formula. So, no more addition here on the numerator, no more addition here. It is product. Okay? So, the sum of sine of alpha plus sine of beta is actually twice sine of the quantity 1/2 of the quantity alpha plus beta times cosine of 1/2 alpha minus beta. The total angle here is 1/2 alpha plus beta. The total angle here is 1/2 alpha minus beta. And for the difference sine of alpha minus sine of beta, okay, the equivalent will be twice cosine of 1/2 of the quantity alpha plus beta. This is cosine, right? Multiplied by the sine of quantity alpha minus beta. The total angle here is 1/2 of alpha minus beta. Then the total angle here is 1/2 of alpha plus beta. Okay? So the sum and difference, by recalling the product formula, is equivalent to this. Right? Then try to make some cancellations. The operation on the both the numerator and denominator are all multiplication. So actually these two here cancel with it. Right? Then we'll try to take the ratio of this one. The angle here is 1/2 of alpha plus beta. This is 1/2 of alpha plus beta. This is sine, this is cosine. And what is sine over cosine? Okay, sine over cosine is actually tangent. Then we'll just place the angle here, 1/2 of the quantity alpha. This is 1/2 of quantity alpha plus beta. So the ratio sine of 1/2 of the quantity alpha plus beta and cosine of 1/2 of the quantity alpha plus beta is tangent. Okay, that's one of the definitions of the trigo functions under the basic first what they call this topic under the study of trigo functions. Then we'll try to this remaining cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta and sine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta, we will try to make some manipulation. We will divide the numerator by cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta. We'll divide it. And also the total value of the denominator will divide it by cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta. Right? So if we try to divide the numerator by cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta, this cancels. Right? So this cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta goes underneath this. And again, the ratio sine over cosine, same angle, 1/2 of alpha minus beta. It will now be, this is 1, now 1, right? They cancel out, it will just be simply 1. So this is 1. And the ratio sine over cosine of 1/2 of alpha minus beta is actually tangent of the quantity 1/2 of alpha minus beta. Same angle. Okay? So the ratio of sine over cosine is still tangent, but this will now be difference. Okay? So this is times 1 over quantity tangent of the quantity 1/2 of alpha minus beta. The operation is multiplication, right? Tangent of 1/2 of alpha plus beta times 1 over tangent of alpha minus beta. So the first formula now under tangent law, the ratio A over B over A minus B equal to tangent of 1/2 of alpha plus beta times 1 is this one. Okay, what remains on the denominator will be tangent of 1/2 of the quantity alpha minus beta. And this equation here is actually this. Okay, so to derive the other two, we'll just replace the angles. We are now through with A and B, so it will now be B and C. This will become difference of B minus C. So the angle now, this small letter B here corresponds to beta, and this is side C here corresponds to gamma, and this is still beta minus gamma. So this is actually the second equation. It is this. And the third equation, we are now through with A and B. We are now through with B and C. So it will be C and A. See, this will become C plus A over C minus A equal to This here, the resulting angle on the right hand side will be gamma, and this side here, this should be alpha. This is gamma, this is alpha. So the third one, that is C plus A over C minus A, equal to tangent of the quantity 1/2 times the quantity gamma plus alpha over tangent of 1/2 the quantity gamma minus alpha. So this is actually the third equation. It is this. Okay, that's it, guys. These are the derivation of the three formulas under tangent law. We just started with side A and B. We derived this one. And to derive the other two, we just replace the, what you call this, the sides and angles by their corresponding values. So we derive equation number 2 and number 3. Okay, that's it, guys. That's tangent law. So for those of you who would like to subscribe to my channel or would like to watch the contents of my channel is at youtube.com/@ProfDavidJDelosReyes. If you want to share it, please click share. I will be assuring you, you will learn something from it. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles. Professor David J.